So now we move on to our pillar number 3, which is technical foundation. Also, in reference and mentioning the presentation meeting of introducing the 4 pillars, you'll recall the importance of the top third. Again, to re-emphasize that, which will come up again and again. The top third, if you have Adidas, it will be beyond the top stripe. The top third of the foot. Okay, top third. Simplistic, but again, the importance of everything that we do is based upon and around that. So now we begin the technical foundation test/challenge before we can go on anything else. So number 1 is inside and outside. We're going to start with the foot that we like the best. I hate and I discourage anybody saying you're strongest, because we feed the brain. So the word strongest automatically then would refer into our other foot as the weakest. So our favourite, in this case, mine, I would say my favourite is the right. Simplistically, again, top third and the sides of the ball. Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. Notice that the ball does not travel out of my control. So an indication of incorrect form or ankle flexibility, ball manipulation would be if the ball is starting to roll away, hence this little guide in front of me now that goes beyond the line. I break the line. Okay? Because in relevance to performance, the opponent is in front of us, obviously. Okay? The second part, and again I referenced the foundation 4 pillar talk meeting when I highlighted the importance of sending the eyes to the ball on contact. So the eyes go down once again, right foot, top third, inside, outside, inside, outside. Now, to build a little bit of detail, the importance of shoulder width apart, slight bend on the knees, or as we say, treading the grapes on the balls of the feet. So if I did it reverse, you'll be able to see me again on the balls of the feet. Okay? There's a pivot point, okay, related to tennis, but again, treading the grapes. We don't say anything foolishly like on your toes, because I've yet to see anybody outside of Houdini being able to get on the toes. Okay? And it's just a basic point, reference point of being able to manipulate. Again, treading the grapes, activation, tennis player ready to go. So one more time, again, foot we like the best, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, foot we like the best. Once we've done that, we switch to our non-favourite foot, or the developing area. Again, critical importance. So now my left, again, notice, toe pointing down, sides of the ball, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Again, just to highlight as reference for the physical performance as well, the importance of the arms. In this case, the arms are there for balance and protection and retention, which we will get to as it becomes into a skill when we have pressure around us. So again, there's right foot, left foot, and the final part of test number 1, challenge area number 1, will be joining the feet up. So again, done slowly, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. And then we'll just keep working our feet quickly as possible, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. And then as we look for those desirable difficulties, or to progress, or what looks better, we then start putting into play the importance, as mentioned before, of the actual upper body, the mechanics. As we show our body in relevance to performance, taking it to a skill, obviously we're ready to dribble. So there you have number 1, okay, that top third, inside, outside. Number 2, Now, I'll go sideways on, so you can see, once again, we start off, I'm still using the top third, exact area is the sole, the bottom of the foot if you will. Notice again, that's the middle third, no good, top third. I've got control over it, I can manipulate it, got it in good range. So this time it is pull, push, 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 pull, push. Oh, hang on a minute, coach, what does that look like? As we come over, in relevance, relationship, pull, push, how we ultimately run correctly. So again, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. Get my arms up for balance, protection, retention. Anybody comes near, I'm there to protect and retain the ball. Again, the detail. Okay, pull, push, as I go on. And again, I'm sending my eyes to the ball on contact. Once I get comfortable, I can glance up a little bit. Again, for desirable difficulties, pull, push. And again, from the back, the key element here is minimal time will you have your heel touching the floor. So pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. Okay, there is technical area number 2. Number 3 now is drag, touch, take. And again, we start getting a bigger picture into the dribble. So now I'm standing, how far apart my legs? Shoulder width, shoulder width. Sports stance, we call this a sports stance at the elite level. First thing educated coach will do is sports stance. If I'm a boxer, I'm like this. If I'm a tennis player, I'm like this. So straight away, sports. Okay, I'm ready to be able to go that way. I'm ready to be able to go that way. I'm ready to be able to go that way. I'm ready to be able to go that way. Sports stance. And again, my passion is to educate. So hopefully, the educators out there, schools, clubs, academies, let's educate. Sports stance, number 1, the ball to the feet. Technique. Top third, I drag behind my non-active leg, drag, standing leg, drag behind. So right now there's the opponent, I've dragged it away, open body shape, touch, I touch it wide. Now I've switched sides and turn, I'll switch feet. Because now as I go, drag, touch, I take onto the safe side away from the opponent. Okay, so now I'll do it one more time. Okay, so again, visualization, do it from the side, opponent is in front of me. Okay, sports stance, top third, drag. Okay, so they try to reach for the ball now, we were compensated, now it's touch, and I take on the safe side because the opponent is here. So the opposite side, the far side is safe side. Notice as well the key habit and the importance of the arm. The arms, again, balance, body shape, drag, touch, take. Notice my arm comes up. So if the opponent was there and they tried to push this arm, it would only inadvertently help me make a decision to turn, but that's there for retention and protection. Retention, protection and balance. Protection, retention and balance. Okay? And like everything we do, if you noticed, I started off on my favourite. Again, we eradicate the silly word of the strongest, but my favourite foot. Right. So ultimately now, once I've done one foot, like everything we do on motor signal highways from brain to feet, it's important that we use both sides. So again, top third. Again, eyes down on contact, drag, touch, the touch. Again, I touch the ball with the top third because my ankle flexibility is allowing the toe to be down. Touch. Now my arm comes up, there's the opponent, and I take with a big touch, and then as I go beyond the opponent with the ball, in possession of the ball, my eyes will come up. My eyes will come up. The eyes go down on contact. Then they go up, because as we learned in our physical performance and activity, the eyes feed the brain. It's important that we get as much information, pictures as possible, as quickly as possible. Number 4. Okay, you can do this in any order. I'll get to the conclusion part at the end, but this ultimately in our order today for now is number 4. Number 4 is 1-2 roll take. So again, shoulder width apart. Once again, just like the elite sports person, visualization is the opponent is in front of me. Okay, when it's in front of me. So one more time, it's 1-2. Instantaneously, you will notice now my body shape is really in an open, positive body shape. We call it positive because number 1, it's positive because I can see more. A negative, boring body shape is this. Why? It's negative because it's restricting how much I can see and how quickly I can activate to get away and perform the next action. So one more time, I go back. So it is 1-2, and again, as I go into the ferry foot, in this case, my other leg, my other body opens up into the back foot to create the space. There's the opponent. They're going to reach for it, and again, the top third, not the middle, just enough to drag it. I pull the ball back, and then I take past them. Okay, one more time. Again, so it's 1-2, almost dangling the bait, if you will, dangling the ball. Opponent's coming in. I've created the space. Now, by my body shape being open, positive body shape, back foot, top third, I roll the ball one lane to the other, and it's a positive touch beyond the opponent. The importance of working both sides, right foot, left foot. That there is our technical foundation, number 4. Our final foundation, number 5, is now changing the scenario a little bit in the what if. What if now, as I set my eyes to the ball in contact, which we know the reason behind why you send your eyes to the ball in contact, and I happen to see that the opponent is backed up or there's distance between us, now it becomes a matter of manipulating them to move in order for me to create space, attack space. So now, number 5, there's space. There's space. I can see it, identify it. So now, in order to move the opponent, in this case, I want them to step that way. Their eyes, brain, body will be transfixed on the ball as well as my body. So now I go top third. Top third, the toe down, touch, touch. If the ball hasn't already stopped, it's a stop step. Okay, stop, step. And again, just like our physical performance, which I'll refer to in a moment, once again, the importance now, my body shape is open, I'm spring loaded, and again, the opponent, disguise, disguise, disguise. I want them to know and believe that I'm going that way, okay? There's a lot of other things along with our body that we can use, including our eyes, eyes for disguise. Okay, I could even point, because the opponent's eyes now transfixed. I want them to be leaning this way, stepping that way, and as soon as they do that, I now step up, switch the feet, and punch diagonally the opposite way beyond them. Again, back up a little bit, just again give it relevance, because again, in our elite, educating, empowering world, we need to educate in the relevance as to why the players, why the players doing the physical performance, and what relationship it has with technique. So again, here's the empower, educate part. Again, what does this look like? I've gone there, the ball's at my feet. It should, in the player's eyes, memory, imagination and thoughts, relate to this technique. So again, here we are, I'll just back up, opponent's there, I go, touch, stop, step, it's fake and take. So I'll do it again, a little bit quicker, right? And again, desirable difficulties. Right now, my eyes can start with the disguise. I'm looking that way, right? To even sell it even more to the opponent. I'm there, touch, fake, and take. Right. So, there we have 5 foundation, and again, I emphasize the word foundation for us now to build upon, because as we follow this, we will be going into other techniques such as turning, but even in turning, what part of the foot, to do a hook, top third, to be able to pass around the corner. It calls for ankle flexibility, to be able to manipulate the ball on a finish. It calls for ankle flexibility. Yeah? We talked of the importance as well in just ultimately, to conclusion, as a foundation, we need to educate and empower our players to be able to maximize, manage their brain and body. Because if they can't do those two things, we're a little bit delusional long-term development if they're going to truly master and maximize their game. Because it's a biopsychosocial world, mind, body and world. And we have a great responsibility in youth development to make sure that we maximize with all our known E's of engage, direction, feedback, engage, E, empower. Like I said, the undesirable difficulties, we give you some examples. Then we have educate, education, and ultimately that becomes when, why, the how. Okay? And then all those lead to our final and biggest E, elevate. You're elevating the next step, power and elevating, which in turn, referencing our 4 pillars, meeting and presentation, that is true success. Success is fulfilling individual development. And no coach, even though they think they've got the crystal ball, we don't know. So there we have it, guys. There is now our first 3 pillars of foundation in true long-term player development. And that 4th one is to come in terms of the IDPs for the individual coach, with session design, objectives, more functional play, if you will, as well, building the bigger picture. But it is critically important, just like we're building anything in life, it needs a foundation. I thank you, I've expressed to you your importance, critical importance to those out there. You owe it to you to be the best you can be, and you owe it to those that you serve and impact to be the very best. Be growth minded. Thank you.